Okay, let's get started. It's gonna be a fun day. Um, got everything up, audio check, all the normal stuff. So I decided, why wait until Monday to start the pain? You know? Okay. So we're going to start a new game. What do we want Max's costume to be? Clown hat? That'd be funny. He has a dunce. We're going with clown hat. Okay, so the rules here. That what this text is. Oh, I see. That's what that text. Um. Anyway. So yeah, let's figure out what we're doing here. Okay, so rules of this challenge are simple. Let me make a new text box for. Uh. Let me remind myself what font I was using. Algon Gothic Regular, apparently. That's one of those things I feel like I should be consistent about. At least while they're both on the screen. Okay. Algon Gothic. Then, like, size 20. Let's try that. Oh, no, definitely needs to be bigger. Size 20 is too small. 72? A little too big. Let's try 48. Yeah, there we go. That's the right size. Okay. Rules. Oh, weapon. Synthesis. No attack items. Minimal ride pod use. Okay. So effectively the only times that we're going to be using ride pods are during the 2 times that the story requires us to. Other than that, the ride pod doesn't exist. Like, let's see. I think green probably goes the best with the jester hats. That's what we're gonna go with. I think the work shoes. Just trying to decide if I should go with an actually nice outfit or nah. We'll wear the clown hat. Do I even have for her as other options? I mean, obviously the princess set, but yeah, we'll just have her wear the princess set. She was too dumb to change into something better for the. Yeah, they're both idiots. That's the idea. That's the whole point of these challenges, right? Is everybody's dumb. I will be skipping, because I think I can skip scenes in this, can I? Yeah, I will be skipping all scenes just because this is going to be a long enough challenge as it is. I was definitely pressing the wrong button. Not sure why I was pressing circle, expecting it to, attack. That was silly. But yeah, I will be skipping all scenes because this challenge is already going to be more than long enough as it is. Like, it doesn't need to be longer, like it's already going to be I don't want to think about how long it's gonna be. I'm just hoping I finish it before Endwalker comes out, you know?
How are you?
That's all I'm hoping, is that I finish it before Endwalker. Because who knows?
Oh, I'm soaked.
Why is this not skippable? That's the real question. His hat animation was just too good. They had to include it.
Yeah, I guess, but take a look at this.
They couldn't bring themselves to not include the hat animation.
Check this out. I got a ticket for Flotsam Circus Troupe.
Oh, good for you. Your dad's not gonna try to stop
Now I can skip it. Cool. Okay. Do. Go back here. Wrench obtained. Got the notebook. And we go back over here. And we fix ourselves a vacuum cleaner, looks like. Okay, let's... So this is actually, I think, this will turn out to be an overall easier... Excuse me. An overall easier run from the last one. 30... Okay, yeah. I forgot whether the ticket getting taken was part of the initial scene or if I had to walk up and talk to the clown first.
Did you see little red-headed kid come this way?
Can't skip it, darn. I was hoping.
You see anything?
He headed towards City Hall.
Okay, thank you. I believe the old lady is next. I actually don't know if I need to talk to all of them or if I can just run to where the next scene is. I've never tried. So like I have no idea. At the very least, if I have tried, I don't remember. And oh my gosh, can I not? I forgot about that. I'd managed to forget about it again because it feels so wrong that left and right are inverted on the stick. It just feels wrong.
Hey, did you see a red-haired boy?
Yep. Now we have the ticket back, right? Yep, sure do. Cool.
There it is.
I like how this is separated into like so many different scenes. I'm sure it's for technical reasons, but it's just really funny to me that I have to hit skip all of these times. It's gonna take me it's gonna be a whole thing again, isn't it, to readjust to turning the camera being wonky, huh? Like it's gonna be a thing. And that just is unfortunate. But that's life, I guess. That's where we're at. It's gonna be a thing. I'm just accepting it. You know? We're just gonna accept it, move on. If you hear me yawning, it's because my sleep patterns have been inconsistent, which means that my body is very confused about when it should be sleeping and when it should be tired. Which is not a good state to be in. I do not recommend. Like, I really don't.
But in a way, it was really fun.
Why is this scene not skippable?
I mean, every boring day at
So I'll turn the game up a little bit.
But this was the beginning of a real adventure.
I'll take my chances.
Because this is the song bit. I'm to think of it. Actually, I don't know if the song will cause me problems copyright wise. We'll just turn that down. You know, we'll keep that part quiet. We'll turn the volume up after. It probably won't, cause like this is a game from. Oh, what year did this game come out? It was a while ago. Like it was early 2000s, but don't actually know what year. I'll look it up while I wait for the song to finish playing. Yeah, 2002. As expected, early 2000s. I think it's really interesting that Dark Chronicle / Dark Cloud 2 wasn't marketed in some places as a sequel to Dark Cloud. I'm actually really curious what went into that decision. To not market it as a sequel. But yeah, this will be fun. We're going to be stuck here for a very long time, but you know, that's life. But that's fine. We don't need strong weapons to beat the game. Hey, maybe, like, I think this will take a really long time, but maybe this will turn out to be kind of like, maybe this will turn out to be kind of like, whatever it's called.
Chapter 1. Outside world.
My brain just doesn't want to work. Maybe this will turn out to be like Dark Cloud 1, where it turns out to be pretty easy. You know? Maybe. It turns out to be a lot easier than expected. Okay, let me save so that way my default save file is down here. Because I really don't want to accidentally save over anything up here. Although I'm pretty sure I have a backup of it, right? Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be losing much if that happened, but I would still rather not. Because I would still be losing something. So, you know. Anyway, we can turn the game up.
Wow.
Skip Bolt sure is. I just realized the game audio's off. And I'm gonna fix that. I hadn't noticed because I was, you know, skipping things. Okay, so we're mostly going to be relying on wrenches. They're the backbone of this run. Ah, flame crystals, something to sell. Isn't that nice? But yeah, so what I was saying is the backbone of this run will be wrenches for the first while. And the reason for that's quite simple. Wrenches are the only weapon that I can easily get upgraded. Because since I can't use weapon synthesis, my options for upgrading weapons are rather limited. Easy. Moved that enemy from existence. Then we're gonna walk over here. Because the only way for me to upgrade weapons, since I can't do synthesis, is to cheat the game a little bit by having the people in my party who give me bonus points on certain things. Now, that being said, I may choose not to do that. Hello, let me... Hello? Is this chest not obtainable? I have never seen this glitch before. I've never seen a chest just not be obtainable. That's new. Okay, so once I'm out of combat, I can open it from the side. Okay. Anyway, get that free healing. Now there's more of them. I forgot that you can open chests from both sides in Dark Cloud 2 for a second. For some reason I wanted L1 to be guard and R1 to be shoot. Not sure why. My brain was just like, that's what those should be. Like, I've played this game a lot. I must be more tired than I thought to make that kind of mistake. You know, mixing up left and right. I must be pretty tired. Anyway, let's go beat up a clown. In my defense, he did have a knife. The sheriff asked, Max, why did you murder the clown? In my defense, officer, he did have a knife. And he was looking to use it on me. So, like, yeah, I beat a clown to death with a wrench, but, like, wasn't unprovoked, is what I'm saying. Anyway, we should also make sure our gun gets at least a couple of levels. Do. Here we go. Yeah, especially once our wrench starts leveling more slowly. Because while we will inevitably have to replace this gun, at least getting a couple levels in it will be beneficial. The reason we'll inevitably have to replace it is because we're putting a couple levels in. I could just not level up the gun at all, and then we wouldn't ever have to replace it. It's an option. Boop. Go. Okay, so by the way, if we get one stat point a level, how many level ups do we need? And would it be better to just use name change tickets? I think the answer is yes, it would be better to use name change tickets, but I haven't decided whether I want to or not, you know? Like, would it be better? Yes. But it also feels like it would be too easy. Because, for the record, the easiest way to do this challenge is absolutely use a name change ticket on to get Max's highest tier weapon, and then use a name change ticket to get Monica's highest tier weapon. Will those weapons be able to do amazingly? No, but they'll get you through the game. You know, they will do good enough. Like, they might not be the best weapons Max and Monica can have access to, but they'll be sufficient, right? Those will be sufficient endgame weapons. Even if they realistically won't be the best. They'll be good enough, and that's all you really need from them. But on the other hand, no, I don't want to do that. don't wanna. Like, yeah, they'll be good enough, but I just don't want to do that, you know? Like, if that makes sense, like, would that be good enough? Yes, but no. I think using a name change ticket is too easy, and I prefer my life to be hard, so here we are with me deciding not to use a name change ticket. Also, I told one of my friends I would text them when I this week, and I completely forgot, so I'm going to just do that real quick. Because it just completely slipped my mind that I told them I would do that. I considered tweeting out that I was doing the challenge and like putting it out in places, but like, I don't know. I feel like I've put that kind of stuff out enough that anyone particularly interested in it, okay, let's not die in stupid ways. Like, let's at least die in less embarrassing ways. That's a clown. That is an enemy with a ranged attack. I'm gonna heal myself before I embarrass myself. You know? Because, like, dying now would be super embarrassing, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna cleverly not die. I know, right? Really surprising, but we're just gonna not die. But yeah, anyway, so what I was saying about things being too easy. Yeah, we're not gonna, the only name change ticket I might allow myself to use is one for Monica, for her armband. And that just because you can only access the character that allows you to upgrade armbands without synthesis for one section of the game. So, you know, I'd rather not have to, and it's not even towards the end of the game, it's like chapter 3 of 8. And I just don't really want to spend all that time farming there. You know, just don't want to spend enough time farming there to get her weapon up to a max tier, because that's a lot. Oh, hey, look, my wrench can be upgraded to the next form of wrench now. Isn't that nice? Go wrench. Boy, got a channel key. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting challenge. Yeah. Also, on the minimal ride pod use, that's only counting in combat. I still reserve the right to use the ride pod to run around. Because, why would I take that away from myself? Like, once I have something that's faster than max walking, I'm just gonna use the ride pod to run around. I just won't use it to actually fight. I may not use it to run around, like, all the time, but, like, there's no reason to limit myself on that. Like, of all things. Okay, my weapons are getting nice and strong. Is it just me, or is there, like, weird frame lag? Like, I'm trying to figure out if I'm just insane, or if there's weird frame lag fairly often. I think there is, and it's not me being insane. Not sure why there would be. Like, that's really weird. Dark Cloud 2, I don't remember it having too much frame lag the last time I did it. Like, there was some, but this seems bad. I'm wondering if my capture card's doing okay. Like, is it having problems? Is that why? I hope not. I don't want to have to replace it. Okay. Here we go. Boop. To the next floor. Ooh. Also, I should actually be paying attention to what the badge things are, aren't I? Just in case I do decide to use that. I can defeat all enemies using only Max's right hand weapon. Easy enough. I can be a melee fighter for one set. Like, that's pretty easy. Let's go. Gonna defeat the end. Oh, I gotta skip another scene first. Okay, now we go forward. These guys are in here and I have to beat everything with Max's right hand. That's annoying, but still fine. Just gonna be annoying if one of them decides to play the flying game. Bat, stop playing the flying game. Stop it. Down here. How did it get a hit on me there? After it died? This bat really just pulled an I'm not dead yet on me and hit me again. Yeah. What I mean by flying game is they can just... let me find one. Or not. But those things that toss fireballs can just kind of fly in the air and toss fireballs, and it makes them really annoying to remove from existence. I expected that to do more damage to my wrench. Really didn't. There's the map. Easy. There's a channel key. I wonder how many level ups would you have to grind in order to max stat everything without or to max stat everything without doing weapon synthesis? I think the answer is way more than I want to calculate. I think that's the answer. I still need to edit the last challenge. I've been putting it off. I'll probably do that sometime this weekend. But I've just been casually not doing it. It does need to be done. Okay, so Max Okay, so max stats are... No idea what they are for attack, but it doesn't matter. Attack and durability don't matter, those will go up on their own. The important thing is there's 8 stats, and max for each of them is either 250 or 300, or 500. Crap, what are they? I'd have to look at the weapon chart. You know what, we'll do it by figuring out. So for every 100 in max stats there are, you need 800 level ups. So, you know, multiply that by whatever the actual maxes are in this game. I'd have to look at a chart. I do not remember. It has been like, you know, 6 or 7 months since I played this game. More than that, actually. It's been like 8 months since I played this game. Last time I played this game was like either this was February or March, one of the two. Easy. This game in general, yeah, it's a fun game. Like it's a good game. It's just yeah, this is what I mean by they can play the flying game. They can just stay up there. Makes killing them with just Max's melee weapon really annoying, but we do it anyway because we want that medal. Okay, now we go down there and go through that door. Here we go. Just, you know, remove that from existence while it's on the ground and convenient to hit. Never mind. Any of the ups until this hits maximum back. 2 more. Yeah, so okay, so you need 800 level ups for every 100 in stat point.
All right. That takes care of you guys.
That means that you're crying, because that's terrible. The only consolation is that whenever you upgrade to a new weapon type, it resets the level. But you're still going to have to get the majority of your levels at the maximum EXP requirement. Because the majority of your levels are still going to be on the last weapon type. Oh gosh, man. Yeah, we're not gonna try and max out without weapon synthesis. We're not doing that. That is no. I mean, you don't even need to max out to beat the game. So we'll get our stats as high as we need to win, and call that good enough. The worst part is I actually think we do want Monica's armband up really high, because if I remember correctly, the actual final boss of the game, in Chapter 8, requires that you have ranged weaponry for both of them that is worth using, which means that we have to actually... Why can't I do weapon synthesis? Because that's the challenge. The challenge is to beat the game without doing weapon synthesis. Just, you know. No weapon synthesis, no attack items, minimal ride pod use. Do I have to hit you for no effect for a few times before the scene will trigger? If I get beat up, will the scene trigger? Me again. I don't know if that actually caused the scene to trigger faster, if that's just when it would anyway.
No good.
Anyway, so Cedric saves me, blah, blah, blah. And then he asks us to invent something. Skip, 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 skip. Do. Skippity skip. Okay. So I need to put the camera on my bar. So use it. Okay, I believe I want to do this with a milk can, a belt, something else. Honestly, I don't remember the last one. I'm gonna go for it anyway. There's belts. We're just gonna take pictures of some other things that I know are things. Probably not gonna worry too much about doing all the inventions, but we'll get some pictures of some things. Do. Anyway, I'm trying to remember what the third item is in the pack, and it's not the shop I want to go into, but it'll do. Let me get pictures of the things. There we go. Okay. Bakery is the one I went to. Polly's Bakery, get a picture of the milk can. What's the third item in this? I'm gonna feel really dumb when I remember it, probably. Get a picture of the furnace. Game? Am I remembering incorrectly? Yeah, oven. Like, I knew that was a thing. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a thing I have to take a picture of. Flowers. Yeah, cool. Okay, go over to make. Mention. Move all those over. Delete all newly saved photos. And then delete all pictures. Boop. Okay. Now. Belt, barrel. Just don't remember what. I'll go ask. I believe Cedric will outright tell you what the three items are. I'm using the barrel because I don't want to, you know, might as well skip the belt can version. The barrel pack's a better version of the fuel pack anyway. So let me just some more of these things. Okay, there we go. Weird to me that the ride pod isn't one, but I guess it's because it's only available as something to take a picture of for a short time. I don't think it stays there after.
With you. First is the milk can. The pipes. I think.
Ah, pipes. That was the third one.
Done,
Okay.
huh? Officer Blinkhorn, he's usually out in fire. That's all the hints I.
Okay. Pipes, pipes, pipes. Two. Count it, please. Please. Show mercy. Count it. There we go. Okay. Back to this. Okay, pipe. Belt, and then barrel. I believe is I think the only change is barrel to milk. There is a different, there's something else different there. Didn't know that. In that case, I'm not going to bother making the barrel one, because I don't remember what the other items in it are. We'll just have this generic energy pack. It's fine. Anyway, has Cedric given us the money for the energy pack yet or not? I probably just check my 333 guildas. I think not. And there it is, yeah. The extra 400 gilda, that's enough to buy the scrap metal and things that we need for the energy pack. Need 7 more scrap metal, 1 thick hide, and 2 hunks of copper. Got it. Easy enough. Really like the background music, but not sure how much of that is it being good and how much of that is nostalgia. Or both. Both is good too. Yeah. Up to this point, this is pretty much just a normal playthrough of the game. The challenge will really only affect the later sections of the game. Like, the further I get, the more different this will be. Up until you get to the second chapter, this is pretty much just a normal playthrough of the game, except I'm skipping all the scenes. Like, but other than that, like, it's a normal playthrough of the game so far. Hello, Cedric. Skip. Anyway. Let's go.
You
Can't
all
skip
set?
this one. Oh, that's why, because I have to say I'm good.
All right. Time to saddle up and head.
Yep, if you say so, Cedric. Off we go. Okay. Now we have to use the ride pod. I wonder, can we hit Linda now when we're not the ride pod? Like, if I switch back to Max and try and... No? Okay. I thought it was worth checking, you know, making sure. Making sure that Linda is, in fact, 100% resistant to non-ride pod forms of damage. So that marks the first of 2 times, I believe, that we will have to use the ride pod. There is one other boss later in the game that can only be fought with the ride pod, and you have to have a ranged weapon for the ride pod at that, so like it's not even just the ride pod. A ranged weapon. Is this the right way? The wrong way. Do not know. It's like... Yeah, advance to next floor. Okay. Got hit with a big yawn. Not sure where that came from. Jeez. I mean, I do know where that came from. It came from sleep deprivation, but that's beside the point. Thanks. I hope that, it goes well. Thanks for stopping by. Back and defeat all enemies using only the ride pod. Guess that's a medal we're not getting. Okay. Do 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 do. Go. I think the worst part is that at no point will the large amount of grinding I do ever be fast. Like that's definitely going to be the worst part of this is this grinding will never be quick. It will exist, but it won't ever be fast. And there will always be these enemies that I can't even barely hurt. Okay. Thank you all. Hello. Sir, could you, you not? You not, sir? Let's see. With all my attack, does my wrench hit for more than one? Let's find out. Okay, so if I do the charge attack, it does. But that's it. Already used it. And using the charge attack gets me hit. Looks like guaranteed. So not really the best plan. What I'm saying. Okay, well, you know what? We're just gonna try not to fight vanguards, you know? We're gonna only start taking them out if we have to. Only if the game forces us to will we remove vanguards from existence, because my attempts at removing vanguards from existence are not going great. Hopefully we can raise our stats a little more to the point that ideally we could get our gun to the point that it would do more than 1 damage. Anything more than 1 damage would be nice, honestly. And more than 1 damage at range is what we really need. But okay, let's... Oh, that's another vanguard. No, thank you. I don't want to fight you. I'll just take this bread. Okay, look, our gun got stronger. It probably still only does 1 damage to a vanguard, but at least it has a higher chance of dealing 2 damage a hit instead of 1. It's chance. It could deal a whopping 2 damage a hit. Could happen. Maybe I should have healed a little bit sooner. I mean, I had 1 health. I was fine. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, if you've got at least 1 health, you're good to go. Everything's fine. I got a whole 1 health. Easy. Channel key. I think I still don't have the exit key, unfortunately. but that's fine. At least there's a point to fighting enemies in this. Or level up in the battle wrench. Maxed out. Or at least as maxed out as it can be. At the moment. In other words, in one more level, the battle wrench will be as good as the battle wrench is getting. Yeah, unfortunately, we're still only dealing 1 damage. Okay. Okay. Go. Trying to get some levels for the gun. I need it to be a little bit better, since it is something that I'm going to have to, like, I don't really have a choice. I've got to use it, you know? So I would appreciate it if it was workable. No need to have the exit key, any of you, I guess. Easy. Where did XP go? Did it? I think it just got stuck in the wall. And, despawned. Ow. My face has been wounded. Okay. An antidote drink. Break these open. I don't think I have the exit key, which is really unfortunate because it means that I'm gonna have to have a not fun time. That's the best description for what I'm about to do. Have a not fun time. Oh, that hit me. That's embarrassing right there. And a lot of lost progress because I did not save. That's unfortunate. What I get for being cocky. I would never get hit in a dumb way like that, I thought. That would never happen to me. I'm too good at this video game. How could that happen? Well. Yeah. Anyway, so since I've accepted that I'm going to have to switch out the gun, we're gonna try and before I get to that floor, get the gun maxed out on attack. Which means that, you know, aside from that one floor where I have to use Max's weapon, or Max's right-hand weapon to defeat enemies, we're gonna use the gun against literally every other enemy we find. And this time, we're going to actually save, instead of having, you know, immense pride in our inevitable demise. You know, sometimes you just gotta accept that you're not actually good at video games. And that's just how it be. Some days you aren't good at video games. Some days you are. And if you're me, one of those is more common than the other. I will leave it to you to decide which one. And I make no comment on the matter. Do 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 do. Just leveling my gun. Leveling it up. Power level that gun. That way, hopefully it will do 2 damage a hit when I get to that floor. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Just imagine it, a whole 2 damage a hit. And for the record on whether I'm being sarcastic with that, who knows? I don't. I don't know. Could be. Could be not. Who knows? Because 2 damage is double the damage, so there's that. I want to say I'm being sarcastic, but it is double the damage, so... Yeah, I don't care. Leave me alone. Stop trying to tell me how to play the video game. Doing just fine, thank you. Anyway, do more damage now. Also, it really changed my life when I realized that I could hold down the button and Max would just keep firing the gun. Changed my life. Like, I'd forgotten that was a thing. And I'm very glad that it works that way. Yeah, so we're a level and a half in on the gun. So, you know, that's good. The gun will probably make it up to +4 by the time we get there. We're at 9 attack right now. I don't know off the top of my head what the max attack of a classic gun is. It's probably somewhere around 15 or 20. Like somewhere in that range. I don't know exactly how much it is though. I can just guesstimate the range based on what the other tier 1 weapons have as their maximum. But it's also weird because like the ranged weapons in this game have a regular tier. Like the 2 melee weapons have pretty similar tiers. Like the only real difference is that Max has 1 more tier of melee weapon than Monica, which makes sense because, you know, you don't get Monica until Max is on his probably 2nd tier weapon. Like you're probably on a drill wrench by the time you get Monica if you're playing the game normally, so long as you paid attention and figured out synthesis. But yeah, I had a thought somewhere in there, but it has since left me. It fled for the hills. It's gone. Oh, good, an extra battle wrench. We actually need one of those, and now we don't have to buy it, so that's nice. And if you're wondering why do we need an extra battle wrench, the answer is really quite simple. We don't want to use this one. When we actually start leveling, we want to switch this battle wrench out for another one that hasn't leveled, because it'll make it ever so slightly faster. Not much. It'll be a very small difference, honestly, but it will be a difference, and that's what we care about. Is that it will make a difference. Oh, hey, I got a medal. I cleared it without healing this time because I was using a ranged weapon instead of a melee weapon. Anyway, yeah, this time we're going to tamp down the hubris and save after every level. You know, like that's just the smart thing to do. That way we don't have to redo anything again. This is use only items, but I'm not allowed to use items, so we don't get to get this medal. But that does mean that our gun gets to continue absorbing XP. Or abs, as it's more accurately called. Anyway, nice to be able to actually hit even enemies that aren't weak against guns for good damage. Hee hee. The enemy falls before me. Do 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 do. How did it? I shot it out of the sky and it was apparently still a hitbox as it came down, and that I take issue with that one. Like, don't think that's how that one should work. I think in Dark Cloud 2, what enemy type has the gate key is guaranteed, if I remember correctly. Which means that, unfortunately for me, the gate key on the first level of Vanguards in it is in a Vanguard. And that doesn't change. All that changes is which Vanguard it's in. Not whether it's in a Vanguard or not. It will always be in a Vanguard if I remember correctly. Okay, we're gonna start the run back now for that one hallway. You know, gotta run all the way back for that hallway eventually. I should do it now, while that run is shorter than it will be later. Max is going for a nice jog. Max just trying to stay in shape, going for a jog. You know, it's important. Especially when you're being chased by evil clowns. Staying in shape is especially important. Floating. Poison. We're about to do some science. Can poison kill you at 1 health? It sure can't. It would have procced by now. Was that smart science, dude? No, definitely not. That was real dumb to test that question. But we did get an answer, so there's that. You know, sometimes you have to risk important things for science when you have the opportunity. But yeah, we're going. I'm not sure how long I'm streaming today. I am pretty tired, so it may not be super long. I do want to at least finish chapter 1 though. Easy. Easy. Guns almost up to +3. Which would officially get it higher than it was, so that'd be nice. God, camera, why? Anyway, heck yeah. Gun's getting nice and strong. Boop. I would like some bread. Thank you. Nice of you to offer a video game. Easy. Okay. I should pull up, definitely before I stream again, I'll pull up the weapon chart. Just so that way I know what the chart of when weapons are bad. You know, I just realized it might be worth actually using monster transformation. It's gonna be so weird if it's worth. Sure, maybe not. I don't know. But there's a non-zero chance that it'll be worth using monster transformation, which is a weird feeling. Usually really bad. But in this case, it could be worth doing. Like, that'd be really weird, but it could be worth doing. So, you know, we will see.
The underground channel ran on ahead in front of me.
Yes, yes. Shut up, Max. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your opinion on the underground channel. Or the facts of where it goes. None of that's important. Please just move on. I think the only thing... Dark Cloud 2, like, the more I think about it, the more I realize that the beginning of Dark Cloud 2 is the strongest section of Dark Cloud 2. Which is a sad thing to realize, overall. But, like, it's true. The first chapter has a lot of scenes and characterization, and so does the second chapter. But as the chapters go on, they get more and more, like, the gameplay to scene ratio goes down, but the length of each scene goes up, if that makes sense. And I think the way that it is in the beginning works a lot better. Which is, like, here, there's like a little bit of story for every level. At the very beginning of the game, and generally that trend continues. Maybe not for every level, but every couple of levels there's little bits of story. Like, and new things to do. But then as you get closer to the end of the game, you start getting mostly scenes at the beginning and end of large sections of gameplay, rather than sprinkled throughout. And I think the game works better when it is sprinkled throughout the game, or throughout like it is here. I think this works better as a format for this kind of game than the way that they do it later in the game. And I'm sure there's lots of reasons for why they decided to have the game be set up that way. I'm just commenting on, you know, I find the way that the story is meted out in the first chapter in particular, but also in chapters 2 and 3, to be better than the slow transition that they do, where eventually there's mostly just scenes at the beginning and end. Like, there's after a certain point, it falls back into the Dark Cloud 1 style, where it does, you know, some scenes to open it, a scene in the middle, and a scene at the end of each dungeon. And, you know, that's a little... it's less pronounced in Dark Cloud 2 than Dark Cloud 1, even towards the end. I'm just saying that the game starts out very much avoiding that, and I think it works for it to avoid it. But then it slowly goes back to it over the course of the game. It's not like it hugely going back to it, but it is noticeably trending back towards that. And I think the game is bad. I think the kind of game this is served better when the story is kind of parceled out. And for the record, I think that like, So this is technically the same kind of game as Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but I don't think that's true of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I think it's really annoying when between floors in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games they scene me and then have me continue on. And I think the reason why is because floors in a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game are way shorter. They're like immediate. Whereas in this, there's like each floor is pretty long. Going like say going like 5 to 8 floors without a scene, depending on how many of the medals you're trying to get on each floor as you go through, that could be multiple play sessions without any story. Like without the story checking back in at all. And you could just go multiple play sessions without ever seeing the story again. Whereas in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, you know, in that same amount of time, you're gonna do 10 floors in the, maybe not 10, but like, you're gonna do 4 or 5 floors in the time in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon style games that you do in one floor in this kind of game. And again, that's also just a problem of, you know, genre groupings are sometimes a little too close, or a little too, not a little too close, a little too generalized, a little too focused on specific mechanics that doesn't necessarily reflect on how that mechanic works within that game overall. Just gonna beat up this other thing. Come on. There we go. That's the attack I want. Camera, please. Work with me. Keeps turning in ways I don't expect it to. Okay, there we go. Got one last enemy to beat up. There we go. All monsters defeated, all with Max's right hand. I'll take my medal now. Hey, some more gun repair powder. Good, I'm gonna need a bunch of that. So, happy to, have gotten some. But yeah, I think this game is better served the more incremental the story is, the better served this game is. And I also think that, like, the more incremental in general a story is, the more it's able to play to the characters. I think that's true of, like, most games. Like, obviously not all, but for most games, the more incremental, the more incrementally the story beats are given out, the more space there is for characterization. Because the story moments don't have to be all these things that are big, sweeping, important plot points. You can have moments that are just Max talking about his mom and, you know, getting his character motivations across in his letter that he writes to his mother and stuff like that. Like, you can have those character moments. Whereas for example, take in Dark Cloud 1, we don't see hardly any interactions between the party members. We only see their initial interactions with Tone and the resolution of their personal character arcs in their sections of the game, and then we don't really ever hear from them again. Whereas if the story in that game had been more incremental, there could have been more of those interactions worked in organically. instead of them just not being a thing. Because it's really unfortunate that those character interactions don't even get to be a thing. Because they are interesting. Oh, right, have to equip the camera. I was like, why isn't Square causing me to have a camera? I wonder. Type. Ooh, I should make sure that I'm getting the... whatever they're called. I should make sure that I'm getting the pictures of the bosses as I go through. That's something I should definitely be doing. I don't need to worry about getting the normal enemy scoops, but I should at least get the bosses in case I find out that for some reason it would be super helpful to have done that later. Because I don't know that it would be helpful, but I also don't know that it wouldn't. Okay, I'll grab some metal. Ew. Anyway, go over to make, invention, everything over, pictures, get to invent, belt, milk can, pipe. There we go.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens if I just go purchase this stuff on my own. Do I even have enough money for that? Find out. Can I afford to just... I can. Yeah. I don't need any help. I have everything I need all on my own. I don't need any help from anyone. Who doesn't like some toxic independence? Whatever the actual term for that is. Okay. Now we have once again gotten back to the same point. Just about. We're almost there. We just have to get Brave Little Linda the picture and then we're good. Also, I'm actually curious, does the scene change? It does!
Done it, Cedric.
Oh boy.
Or is it just skip the him giving me money part?
So, you think you understand?
Yes.
From now on, you gotta use your own noggin. There's still lots of building blocks hidden in this town. And keep your eyes open.
I will.
That's the spirit, sonny.
Yeah, it just skips the him giving me money part. That's unfortunate.
Now Steve can Max, when you think you're...
I just tricked myself out of 400 gildas, what I just did. But that's fine. Doesn't really matter.
You all set?
Okay.
All right.
It's not skippable yet. There we go. That transition is where it becomes skippable. It's okay, I didn't need that money anyway. What's the point of money, right? Honestly, I can sell crystals for money now, so it's fine. So I can't use them anyway. Anyway, oh, that's not the right attack. Please do the other one. Linda, work with me here. I think, if I remember correctly, isn't there a way to trick the Linda's AI into doing it? Yeah. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Cool. Okay. Now we can beat up Linda. Get out of here, Linda. Brave little Linda, more like defeated little Linda. Okay. Now, on to the next floor where we will have to use our gun on the vanguards and hope that they do more than one, that my gun does more than one damage. I kind of doubt it. I think it'll still do one, which is unfortunate. But, you know, not much I can do about it. I would like it if my gun as good as can be, but you know. Yeah, this next floor is called Steve's Battle, but it's not Steve's Battle because Steve won't be getting to play the game. You know, Steve's just not important. I mean, after all, Steve's only needed at one other time in the game. So like, do we really care? I think the funniest part is that we're still gonna have to like get most of Steve's up. Actually, that's a good question. How are we getting most of Steve's upgrades? I think I'm gonna have to really go hard in inventions, aren't I? I didn't even make that connection before just now that I have to actually go hard on the inventions. Because I'm gonna need all of Steve's like I'm gonna need Steve's better parts, but I can't buy them with XP. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to invent all the parts I want for Steve because I can't buy them. Cool. Yeah, hadn't thought about that, honestly. Yeah, we'll just keep trying to level up the gun, because even if the vanguard's in this floor, we can't do more than one damage to. There are more vanguards in this dungeon. They will continue to appear, and if we can get our gun up to dealing more than one damage to them, that would be really good. Something I really want. Yep, we're still at 1 damage. Yeah, all I can do is... It's gonna take multiple gun health bars for every single one of these, huh? I don't think I have enough gun repair powder for this. I'm also going to have to fight them with the wrench. Yeah, this is why I desperately need the gun to do more than 1 damage. Desperately need it to make it up to at least dealing 2 damage, so that way I don't have to go through 6 gun repair Oh, I forgot that's a side effect. I should definitely prevent that from happening. Well, when your weapon breaks in this game, while it doesn't disappear like it does in Dark Cloud 1, it does reduce its current level, its current abs. It won't ever level it down, but it does reduce, it does, you know, increase the amount of enemies you have to defeat before it'll level up, and that's pretty detrimental. We'll beat it eventually. Oh, only costs a little more than 3 full health bars of 3 full gun health bars to beat one. That's all, you know, not that bad. I think that's practically nothing. Get some more space. That way I can really lay into it. Almost there. There we go. And there's the key handle. We got very lucky that we only have to fight and defeat one Vanguard. Yeah, once again, we're just gonna focus on leveling gun because we desperately need the gun to deal more than 1 damage. I don't know how much attack we need for it to deal more than 1 damage. Whatever that number is, we are desperately hoping that it gets to it before it maxes out. And you know, here's hoping that hey, there's rod pod fuel. The normal hit with the wrench does 5. The only downside being that max is slow enough that hitting it with the wrench pretty much means you're taking a hit. Ow. Oh gosh, I do not like how much damage gun does on these. They are gun resisting, clearly. Okay, another enemy defeated. But yeah, making our wrench stronger is good too, because it doing more damage to vanguards is also advantageous, if not quite as important as the other. Now. Okay, we're doing great. Our gun is almost +4. So put us in a great position. Great being relative, but you know, we're calling it great. It's a great enough position, you know? Even if it's not like great, it's still way better than we're at right now, so that. Do. Yeah, got some more gun repair powder. Need lots of it. Okay, I do have a channel key. Cool. For some reason I was thinking I didn't have the channel key, so I was low-key worried. But I do, so we can go in here and hopefully beat up another enemy that isn't a vanguard and get our gun up to +4. So that way I can try our gun on a vanguard and see if it does 2 damage now, or if I have to wait till it's even higher level before it'll do. Higher level. Got it. Noted. Thanks for the information. Key to open it. I think I have one now. No, I do not. Thought I did. Must have gotten it on the other one. Me do that so that way an explosion couldn't kill me. You know, important thing to double. The luck is insane. It is weaker than our current gun, but it does have some other useful things, like actually having elemental stuff on it that might make it better for our purposes specifically. So let me that, yeah. Gotta repair that. Easy. Okay. Still only does 1 damage, as expected. That's fine. The most important thing is that the dryer gun will have a higher maximum attack. Which, you know what? I'm just going to real quick pull up Dark Cloud 2 Then back. Do. Pull this up. Okay, cool. This will have the max stats for each weapon. Let me just scroll down. Chart. Okay. Also, I'm gonna double check that I'm right in my memory that the True Battle Wrench has a maximum of 20. I thought so. Anyway, so the classic gun's maximum attack is 24. The dragger gun's maximum attack is only 25. So, while it is higher, I don't think it's actually enough to matter. Which is unfortunate, but you know, we'll switch the classic gun +4 back on then. If it's not gonna be a big enough difference to matter, then also out of curiosity, what was the more weapon HP on this one too. But if it's not gonna be a big enough difference to matter, then there's no point.
Which shall it be? Very good. Here you are.
I'll have a treasure chest key for next time, I guess. Alright, is this a Vanguard? No. Cool. I one-shot bats now, at least. You know, that's nice. We slowly work towards being ridiculously overpowered. But yeah, until that's the wrong thing. I was thinking some random thing about battle wrenches in my head. That's why I clicked that. Yeah. For right now, there's not really a point to switching, but that doesn't mean there won't be eventually.
So there.
Skip that. Don't care. I think we have enough repair powder still. We'll be fine. I don't think Vanguards carry the floor key. Not that I really would have paid attention on previous playthroughs all that much, because it wouldn't have mattered, right? I would just switch into the ride pod and beat the Vanguard senseless. Moved on with my life. Clear all without healing, huh? That's going to be a little more challenging, but I think I can manage. Do. Oh, hello, Vanguard. Can you not exist? Like, I would really appreciate it. That is not a second man. Okay, let's go beat up this darkness then. Oh, hey, that is stronger than I thought it would be. And, more resistant to guns than I thought it would be, too. Do. Mind me, I'm just going to get some. In case I need to come back and kill a Vanguard, you know. I weakened it. Trying for that. Finishing it with the floor without healing badge. We'll see if I successfully get it or not. You know, we'll just murder them with range. No need to go fight them myself. I can kill them from way over here. From downtown! Just, you know, slowly increasing my stuff. Imagine a treasure chest, like a mimic, is going to be what's holding the key. Or a king mimic if they're going to grace me with the presence of those yet. Which I kind of doubt, but they could. They could grace me with the presence of a king mimic. Don't remember if king mimics show up this early in the game, or if that or the first time you see them is later. Do, 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 do. I will just firmly stay far away from those and defeat them with my gun. You know, I'll just shoot them from a distance. Because why would I do anything else? I have no reason to approach. Also, I just realized I think I won't be able to get the clear without healing badge. Because I think that would require that I go back and fight that Vanguard. And that is not happening. Really have any plans to fight any Vanguards, really. I generally intend to pretend they don't exist as best I can. You know, my general strategy right now is what Vanguard? And then moving on. You know, that's the general strategy is what Vanguard? What are you talking about? No Vanguards. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There are no Vanguards who could trouble me this day. Oh hey! Look, it's a King Mimic. The good news is it's big and slow. Which means that I can just kind of shoot it from a distance. So there's that at least. Bad news is I may have been wrong about having enough repair powder. I may have been incorrect. May have been mistaken, that assertion. But you know, we're good. Everything's fine. No gate key. Sad. Hopefully it's not on a Vanguard. If it's on a Vanguard, like that's just it. I am just screwed. There's nothing I can do about that. You know, I just have to slap on as much bread as I can hold and or as much bread as I have and go at him with my wrench and hope that I do well enough. Oh, it's another Vanguard. Gonna turn around. You know, we're just gonna run the other direction. Okay. Some of these are gonna be mimics, I'm sure. Very least I would be very surprised if none of them were. Oh, an empty chest. Didn't even have a mimic inside. I like to think empty chests are what happens when a mimic ages to death, you know? The mimic got too old and it died. I don't have the gate key, do I? Sure don't. Cool. That means it is, in fact, carried by a Vanguard. Very cool. I'm not happy with that, but here we are. Okay, so I don't have any repair powder, but I do have more than one gun. So I can at least chip away at its health with the dryer gun. Huh? Yeah. It's something. It's not much, but it's something. Okay, now that I've done that, I guess we just abandon all hope for the medal and I tried to, yeah, do that. Okay, I've managed to find a thing that I can do that at least minimizes my chances of taking a hit. Which is honestly probably the best I'm getting. Ow. Okay. Doing great. Ow. Ow. I need it to not be enraged. When it's enraged, it forces me to use a bread with every hit, and that's not sustainable. If we can keep it tracked in that cycle we like. We like that cycle. That cycle results in no damage. This is a good cycle. We like this cycle. Yeah. Okay, we beat it. We beat one. We did not, however, get an exit key from that. That's bad. That's there's the sword button. But yeah, that's awkward. We don't ooh. Ow. That was a dumb way to get hit. I did not mean to actually break that. Got one more time than I meant to. That's an unfortunate loss of XP. Okay, so we wait for it to no longer be enraged. And then we cry. Yeah. Sounds like a good plan to me. We're gonna have to do a lot of grinding once we have Cedric's. That way, Max's Wrench can actually get through Vanguard enemies. And it's not going to be fun. It's going to be very painful grinding that out. Okay, got some good damage there. Ow. Okay, we're down to just one healing item, and it's got a lot of health. Ooh, that's bad. no longer enraged. Oh, we didn't get close enough. For the record, that's what causes that attack to be the one that triggers, is our distance from him. All this, and we still only have a 50% chance of making it through the level. I think that's the worst part. Here. And defeat. Okay, we got the gate key. Heck yeah. I mean, as planned, had that under control the whole time. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay. We did it. This game is easy. Okay, we're gonna save, and then we have to go out and obtain many things. Because, boy howdy, are we not prepared. Yeah, we need to go purchase some stuff. Okay. And we're going to go do some things in general. I'll dig for a scoop. And then yeah. There. After I do the next one, I'll make sure I've gotten all the chapter 1 chests. Oh. Okay, so I want to go here. I don't care about healing items so much as I care about repair patterns. They're what really matter. I don't need healing items. I need repair powders, you know? There we go. I was like, I knew there was a button to advance that. Knew it existed. Anyway, but yeah, these are useless items if we're not allowed to do synthesis, so they are our main source of money instead. I actually do want monster notes. Then let's get some repair powder. Yeah, we're buying pretty much as we can afford of the repair powder. Okay. Let's go. We will go back into the dungeon now. Back into the underground channel. They want to just do it that way. Yeah. Okay, so we don't actually want to go to the next one. The reason for that is really simple. Fighting vanguards is still way too risky. So we're going to go to this floor and make it less risky. We should be able to, through one clear of this floor, get at least Max's gun leveled up. But what we want, effectively, is, we want Max's battle wrench, leveled up enough that it's maxed out, and we want the classic gun higher. Getting it maxed out is probably not realistic. Its max is 24, which would still be like another 5 levels, and that's not quite realistic. But maxing out the wrench's attack, totally realistic. Max out the wrench's attack and get the gun a little bit stronger. But yeah, so that way, if we do have to face more vanguards to get more gate keys, we'll be fine. I probably should have just done that after the last enemy set, but you know, I didn't, so here we are. Yeah, so we're going for 1 more level for the gun and 2 more levels for the wrench, is what it comes down to. And then we will continue on our merry way. And then the next thing we'll have to do is way grind up Max's wrench. We'll probably start that today because it's going to be a long process. It's not going to be short. It's going to take an absurd amount of time. So we're just going to be embracing the reality that it's going to take a really long time to do. You know, like it's gonna be a bit to get Max's wrench fully upgraded. I think like it's not something that we're gonna have to like super hard farm, but we're gonna have to at least get out of the battle wrench and onto the drill wrench, and that means something like 100 levels for his wrench. Which that's gonna take a few hours. It's gonna be a bit, but you know, we're here for it. We're doing great. We are doing great. Give me more XP. The gun's almost to that 1 level up that I want. Then the wrench just needs 2. That puts us in the best position we can be going into chapter 2, really. Like I said, as it is anyway, both this wrench and this gun will be gotten rid of eventually. How long it takes to get rid of the gun really depends on how long it takes for us to find a gun that we can use to recruit Gerald. I'm pretty sure we can do with a gun that we find. If we can't, then that's kind of bad. Our challenge will turn to a minimal challenge in that case. In which case we have to use synthesis exactly once, or probably twice actually. Because both Gerald and the weapon shop owner, whose name I forget, have effectively the same challenge. Just one for guns, one for swords. Also, I think Max's dad's name is Gerald, right? If it's not, then, oops, whatever his name actually is. That's what I meant. Max's dad. Okay. Now we focus on getting Max's, wrench maxed out. All monsters defeated! We did it!
That takes care of you
Wahoo!
guys.
Annoying that the only thing I can do is leave the dungeon without getting to the exit, but it's fine. Okay, let's... That's already the boss room? I definitely thought there was one more room before the boss. Oh well. Didn't need to be doing that. Because that makes this easier. Because that means that I can just go in here and... Oh, I only got one hit in. Bad. Oh, the gun is useless all the time. Good to know. Oh, hello. Don't I need to take a picture of Walt's? I probably should have brought in some more bread. Huh. I probably also stop taking damage. Because I don't have more bread. Oh. Well, I miscalculated. But that's fine. Like actually that's fine. It is annoying having to wait for that to... The reason that's fine is because, to put it simply, I did some unnecessary things there. Not realizing that that was the boss fight. All I need to do is go get healing items. Like, that's all I need to do, and I can just do the boss fight and then move on with my life. I do believe that also means that all the chests should have appeared by now. But they don't appear to all be here. So is the end of chapter 1 spawn chests too? It must, because they're not all here. So beating the boss must spawn some of them. The only one that I see is the Fruit of Eden one. I thought one of them was on the side there. And there's two up above ground that I will check for while I'm up there. Anyway, so the one for this boss is to take a picture of it. I need to actually look at... or look at the... open the ones that I need. The photography. See if this is the head. Yeah. Okay. So two that are missable there. That's missable. Okay. There are only a few missable things here. I just need to go make sure that I get all of them. Of the... there it is. I thought it was like, isn't one of the chests right here? I could have sworn I was correct, and I was. The third one's right here. Okay. Yeah, we can't go to that part of town yet. can, in fact, go to the station. Is the Blackstone one there right now? It is, right? If I remember correctly, the Blackstone we can take a picture of later, too, but... No, it's already left by now. Hasn't it? Oh well. I'll have to get a picture of it in chapter 2 then. I don't think it's an important one. Okay. There's no other visible one. Yeah, all the other things are just things that are in town, and they're all obtainable throughout the entirety of the chapter. Okay. Oh. That's good to know. I'm gonna have that be the way that I do that then. You can invent bell trigger, so I'm just going to invent and then immediately make it and see if I can recruit Gerald. Because if I can, then that's the easiest recruitment ever. That's way easier than I was thinking it was going to be. Yeah, so I just need to get Clown Robo's attack. Then, and make sure that I do in fact get a picture of the Blackstone one at some point. Is that defense random in this one, or is it guaranteed? Okay, looks like it's guaranteed because I'm not seeing any ranges on defense, so all is well. Okay, let's grab some powders. Do. I don't need any crystals. So says Max, what could these items possibly be used for? Huh? They must be useless. After all, if I can't determine their use, what can they possibly be used for? Anyway, so we're just going to make sure to be getting all the missable ideas as we go through the game, and then other than that, we're just going to get all the ideas that we either happen to be like walking by, or that we actually need for something. That's all we're really going to worry about. Okay, 10 bread should be more than enough. So, back to that boss fight we go, actually prepared this time, and not just haphazardly running into it like a chicken with their head cut off. Which I know that's my usual playstyle, so this will feel a little weird, actually being prepared for something. Who does that? But we're gonna try it out. Yeah, we're gonna try out this whole being prepared thing. See how it goes. Gonna skip the scene. Okay, it's gonna give me a Robomb tutorial. Forgot to actually use. I did an oopsie. Let's not talk about that. Let's all just pretend I didn't. Just embarrassingly missed that. I was really hoping for the missile attack. I just had complete faith that I had done that fast enough. I had no evidence to back that up, but there sure was a lot of faith. Come on, do the missiles. No, do the missiles. Screw you, do the missiles. Do the missiles. It's not the missiles. You give lots of XP though, so like honestly not a bad way to level the gun. Ow. Oh, no, do the missile. Shoot a missile at me, you jerk. There you go. Ow. Okay, now you can shoot the other things at me. I think if I were it, I would just keep shooting the missiles, since it's a lot harder for me to catch and throw back a missile than it is a sphere that sits on the ground, you know? Like, catching and throwing back a missile just sounds a lot less feasible. Can't believe I missed. Okay, how'd that last one miss? Oh, hey there. That's an explosion. I did it. I beat the giant robot. And most importantly, I got the picture of it. Okay, let's get out of here. Onward we go to the next floor. Will bring us to the channel exit. Exit stage right. Got the Iron Bridge picture while I was here. Don't know if I'll need it, but I do know it's annoying to come out here and get it, so. So I will claim it now while I'm here anyway. Picture of the firehouse, get a picture of the coal. Save my game, just in case, you know, something were to happen. Yeah, I'm not saying I would ever lose a fight. I'm just saying that, you know, it seems a good idea to make sure I'm prepared for certain eventualities. Too far over. Well, we're doing great, you know? Let it never be said that we are doing anything less than great. Also, you know, Cedric, you could load us up with the next bomb while we're using the previous. Like, you don't have to wait. You know, like you don't gotta wait like that. Okay, just gotta hit him with one more. Come on, jump, you know you want to. Boom. Vehicle destroyed. Anyway, Flotsam's rather angry, blah, blah, blah. Monica shows up and kicks Flotsam off the train. That way, when he attempts to blow himself up, he just blows himself up instead of all of us.
Chapter 2.
Yep.
Resurrection
We are
of
now
the
in
Great
Chapter 2.
Elder.
We've at least done all of Chapter 1. Yeah.
Let's start with Sindane.
Yeah, whatever you say, Monica. Okay, can I take Cedric with places yet? That's the real question. Are the rocks an idea? There's the Blackstone one picture. Okay, yeah, I can, in fact, add Cedric to party. That's all I need. We are unstoppable. Our power, immeasurable. Okay, let's go Zendaya and get the scenes there out of the way. Actually take us inside yet? No. Okay. We go. Skip all the scenes. We don't care. Skip more scenes because we still don't care.
Could it be the holly that the Furbits...
Look, here's another scene we can skip. Okay. Now, whoop this battle. You look at its sad status. We look at this, still sad, but not quite as sad status. And we sigh. 'Cause it's going to be a long. But no matter how long of a day it's going to be, it doesn't matter. Because we can do this. We can do this. We've got this. Pain is not where I meant to go. That was not the exit I meant to use, huh? Sure wasn't. But who doesn't like some extra loading screen time, am I right? I know I love loading screen. I'm a big fan of doing extra loading screens when I don't need to. Like, I love it. I just can't get enough of loading screen. Can't stop myself. Can't stop, won't stop. Attack and defeat all enemies using only Monica's sword. Yeah, sure. So for right now, Monica and beat up all enemies with her sword. That's fine. I don't think we can invent the weapon that Monica's thing goes up to, unfortunately. I actually wish, like, if I was going to get one of them more easily, I would have preferred to get the thing that would allow us to actually make Monica stronger more easily. Like, that would be vastly preferable. Because if what you really want is for each of them to have at least one good weapon. You know, it's not that big of a problem if Monica doesn't have a good weapon. Or it's not the bigger problem if Max only has a good wrench but not a good gun. It's preferable for you to have good on both, so that way both are usable. But it's not a big problem if you only have one or the other, you know? Now here's the real question. Am I going to be insane enough that I say, I want to do everything I can in the game? I actually don't think it affects much. I think the biggest thing that'll be gated by this is actual just normal progression. Is the biggest thing that'll be gated, honestly. Also, I'm not saying that Max and Monica aren't very resourceful. All I'm going to say is that when they need a stick, they have to find it in a chest inside of a forest. Inside of a forest, the only place that they can find a stick is in a forest, or is in a chest, in a forest. They are in a forest. They need to find a chest with a stick in it. Doesn't make sense. What's Monica's max attack on her? Now, it is do. So this is 36 is the maximum attack of the longs, which honestly means that Monica will be just fine throughout this whole area, weapon-wise. Like, just the raw attack will make her just fine, even if we can't get her any other stats on it. But okay, we found a stick. Let's go use the stick, shall we? Go use the stick. Honestly, all of this can effectively be considered the prep work for the actual challenge, because aside from the Vanguard thing, the actual challenge part pretty much starts now. You know, like, this is where the actual challenge bit starts. But we're gonna get lots of levels into Monica's longsword. Monica's longsword has made it to almost +2 already. So, you know, that's good. Her longsword's already the best weapon we have access to. No, she's already surpassed Max in terms of weapon effectiveness. So, you know. I think Max's gun is still slightly better, but once her sword is +2, her sword will be better than Max's gun. And there's +2 on Monica's sword, which does make it officially better than Max's gun. So, you know, good for Monica. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to grind. That's what we're gonna do. Again, there's no other way to put what we're about to do. It is grinding in the extreme. We're doing good. Nothing to worry about here. Everything's good. Monaco Sword is also, like, super easy to level. Okay. Yeah, there's really no point to, we're also going to be generally avoiding using Monica's armband, because does the weapon shop sell a basic armband? I should double check if it does, but I think the answer is no. Which means that I definitely don't want to put any levels into Monica's armband. So we're going to take long enough to level it up once we actually have whatever her name is in our party. You know? It's going to take forever. Ow. How'd that last one miss? Like, I would like an explanation, game. We're fine. We had one whole health. We're doing good. Okay, back over here, we're gonna get a treasure chest. Oh boy. A roasted chestnut. Do. Monica's weapon's almost up to +3. Really, stacking Monica's weapon up nice and quickly, which is good because, you know, her weapon needs it. I actually wonder how much the damage difference is for, like, having attributes versus not having attributes. In fact, like, I think I'm gonna do an experiment, because I'm curious about on how much attributes actually make a difference. Like, does it matter once a weapon's in their final form if they're getting those points or not? Is it relevant? You know? Because I have no idea. Like, I have no point of reference with which to know how much damage attributes do. No clue whatsoever. But I'm curious to find out. So I think what I'll do is I'll keep the battle wrench that I have at +4. Like, I'll probably level it up once more to +5, and then compare it with a maxed out battle wrench that has 20 in every attribute, just to see what the difference is, because I honestly don't know. Or I might look it up. If I can find a satisfactory answer when looking it up, then that'll be it. Because I have no idea how much of a contribution it even is. But for today, having done that one floor, we're going to go back to Sindane Station and then go back to then move back over to the underground channel. We're not gonna stay here super long, but we do have to be here for a few months. The reason for that is because Max's starting weapon only has like 8 attack. Like Max's weapon at start only has 8 attack, and that's just not enough attack. Just isn't. There's no way that's gonna fly. So we're gonna need to level up his weapon some here. That way it's got at least decent attack. Anyway, so the plan is we level up the weapon as a battle wrench until plus 99, and then we upgrade it to a true battle wrench. At that point, another enemy destroyed. Good news is we should be filthy rich because of all this farming. Because like we will be making money, not losing money on doing this farming. I shoot one of these. It doesn't kill it. Cool. Good. That's what I wanted to make sure of, was that shooting it would not remove it from existence. I still wanted the XP to go to the wrench, but you know, a reason not to shave off some of its health as something that will have an easier time hitting it. Okay, enemy moved. Okay, there's +1. Did the bonus get dumped into lightning? Okay, cool. That works. We're good with that. Like, dump that into lightning. Zap, zap. The other thing I need to do is figure out what parts, whatever it's called, figure out what parts a bell trigger needs. But I'll do that on Monday. On Monday, I'll go through and get pictures of the ideas that I need for things. Way back. Come on. Down here. Bite me. Come on. Bite me. Boop. Okay. There we go. Bat destroy. Okay. I shudder to think how long this is going to take. I mean, it'll go faster once the wrench is maxed out. But like, maxed out for this tier, but like, there's not much I can do about the fact that, well, on a fundamental level, the wrench won't be strong enough to like super easily clear anything ever. It just won't be. That's just not the way it's going to work ever. So yeah, gonna be a little awkward on that particular front of the wrench is always going to be just kind of, you know, even with all of this grinding, it's just going to be kind of okay. But we'll do it anyway. Because I am insane. And because I think it's funnier if I say, yeah, I didn't do any weapon synthesis, and I'm sitting there with maxed out weapons, like, or with max tier weapons at least. And it's like, yeah, I didn't do any weapon synthesis. Oh, these? You don't have to do weapon synthesis to get them if you're good at the game. You just have to be good at the video game, aren't you? Just don't explain to anyone how I got them. Aside from the YouTube video, where I'll definitely be explaining why I spent unreal number of hours grinding. Hello, yes, bat, please. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure my gun one-shots bats at this point, so I can't use it to weaken the bats anymore. That's unfortunate. I think it might actually be really obvious whether attributes are increasing my damage if as I play, you know, it's obvious that I'm dealing more damage, you know, as my wrench levels up. Like, it could just be like plainly obvious that that is the case, that it is dealing more damage. You know, we'll see. Do. Nice thing is I can really expect my other kinds of repair powder to just kind of slowly max out, which is gonna be nice. Okay. Eat this, bat. Bat defeated. Wahoo. Oh, I had a fun experience today while doing dishes where, without warning and without like any obvious crack in it, I was just washing a plate, and like I was using a very normal amount of force, and the plate cracked right down the middle. In other news, I have a small cut on my hand. Related. These two pieces of news are. I'm lucky it was only a small cut. Could very well have been, like, you know, a gash or something. But, yeah, had a plate just break in half on me while I was washing it today. So that was cool. Yeah. And by that was cool, I mean, that kind of sucked, but it wasn't like the worst thing to happen ever. But, you know, it did suck. It did generally suck. Definitely was not the most fun thing that could have happened. I wonder, so actually, that's a good question. I have the monster notes. Okay, so what's the difference in abs generally? Looks like the majority, so some of the enemies give 8 here. Majority of them give 6. So 6 and 8. Then like 10 and 14 are what I get on that other floor. I'm just deciding if it's worth it to, once the wrench's attack is higher, switch to doing it there instead. I think the answer is that it is worth it to switch. Much as I don't want to, because it's more thinking. And who wants to do that? Like, who wants to do more thinking? The whole point of these series is that I do something that is dumb, but also requires less brain cells. Like, that's the joke. Brain cells used 0, you know? That's the idea. No brain cells. Brain cells involved. Alas. Seems I will not be able to escape my brain cells. Also, let me look up a couple of things. Sony Scoops Awards. Okay, so the moon badge and the sun badge are active. The explorer's outfit is nice to have, I guess, but I can't use the coin. Yeah. We will obtain those. They're not super important. I feel like there was something else to look up. Oh yeah, Dark Cloud to tribute. Okay, so yeah, the answer is it'll be significant so long as, well, yeah, it'll be a significant change and worth doing. Anyway, so let's go get Bell Trigger. We need a phone and a tree to do that. Oh, I know the other thing I want to pick up. Start to locations. I thought there was a fourth. Oh, there's just 3. Okay. For some reason I thought there was a fourth, but yeah, just 3. Okay. That's fine then. So we just need a phone and a tree. And we already got the fountain because I knew I needed it, so I just grabbed it. Yeah. Like one does. Okay. 3. And I don't know where the nearest phone is, but I know there's one at Max's house. So rather than look around and have difficulty finding it, yeah, I don't think I can recruit people yet, because we haven't, aside from Cedric, we haven't gotten to the point where Max knows he needs to recruit people. So I think Cedric's the only one we can recruit at this point, but I'm gonna go talk to Max's dad just to make sure that we can't start that quest yet. They do kind of have a vested interest in doing that quest as soon as the game will let me. Like, as soon as the game will let me complete that quest, I want to, because I want Max to have a gun that's worth using. The glove. Give me... Oh, fuck. Whatever. See if I care. Do. Saved. And then delete all pictures. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a lamp in the servants' quarters. I know that for sure. There's also some other stuff in the servants' quarters that I can go take a picture of. Do. Good enough for right now. Do. Okay, off to. Oh, also. This is where trees are, so we'll just take a picture of those as we go by, you know? I think that's all the unique stuff in here. Oh, I know. Right, the meat isn't one. I always forget because it's super weird to me that the meat isn't one, despite the fact that the vegetables and the fish are. Like, it's weird that the meat isn't one too. Because, like, I think those would all be grouped together. There's the phone. Okay, now new invention. All these over. Pictures, ideas. Okay, so we need fountain, phone, and tree. Go. That invents bell trigger.
Say cheese.
Requires 2 wind elements, a silver bottle, and 10 scraps of metal. As soon as we can buy stuff, which we will be buy materials, which we'll be able to by the time we can take on quests, that's easy. Like that is not a hard list. That is, in fact, a very easy list to do. So that's good. We're good. Okay, let's get going. We'll do one more set of things. And by that I mean we'll pop into Rainbow Butterfly Wood and do the first floor again. Except this time as Max. So that way Max can work on finishing. I should check the weapon shop to see if the weapon shop sells bell triggers. I'm pretty sure they don't though. Pretty sure bell triggers are buyable. It's later in the game, not yet. So yeah. Why is that damage so low? An attribute thing, huh? Attribute and weapon type are clearly coming together. Let me look at monster note. Yeah, ineffective wrench. Okay. Good to know. So it's good XP, but those things, oh, these things are strong against wrench too. Huh. Feel like maybe farming here not the best idea after all. Even if it would give me more per enemy, it kind of doesn't matter if it takes a millennia to kill anything, because they're all resistant to my damage types. It looks like all they do is have the damage though, so as the wrench gets stronger, this will work out just fine. I shudder to think how obnoxious it's going to get as the wrench gets stronger and stronger. It's gonna be terrible. Do. We're making good progress on getting our wrench up to +4, which you may have noticed is a good sight away from +9 or +99, which is our initial goal for the wrench. Yeah. It's gonna take a bit, huh? Do that. I'm back to beating up some enemies with ease, I might add. Okay, now we do 9 to 10 damage per hit on them, and our weapon is almost maxed out on its attack. Thankfully, some of those points have went to flame, which is actually good for us. Because I'm sure that flame, if the plants are weak to an attribute, it's flame, right? Almost certainly. Like if they are weak to an attribute, that's the one it's gonna be, right? Hello, skeleton soldiers. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay. Boop. Ugh. We're fine. We are fine. Not even close. Definitely didn't almost die because I was tired. No, that would never happen. We would never die stupidly just because I am sleepy. That would never occur. What would make you think that that could possibly be a thing that happens? Okay. Our battle wrench is practically as strong as it's going to get. Oh no, it gets stronger one more time. My bad. But we're pretty much, like, it's gonna get a little bit stronger, but we're about to plateau for a very long time. This is about to be Max's life forever. Just attempting to level his wrench and crying as it takes an eternity. And Max will sit here very confused, wondering why Monica seems to think grinding shouldn't take that long. Everybody keeps insisting his weapon should be getting stronger pretty quickly, and Max is very questioning of their definition of quickly. Because after all, Max is too stupid for weapon synthesis. He wasn't listening when anyone explained it. He just tuned them out. He can invent any number of things, but you start talking about weapon synthesis and Max just tunes it out immediately. Doesn't make sense to him. I should probably stop just blindly running forward and just accepting that I'm going to get hit and probably actually, you know, avoid getting hit in some way, but like that's effort, you know? At least now that I know that I can make Bell Trigger, that means that I can get both of Max's weapons able to be upgraded pretty quickly. Unlike poor Monica. Max really is the favored child in this game. You immediately get someone who makes wrenches level up better. Like the first person you recruit does that. And then poor Monica doesn't even have access to one of her weapon upgrade people all the time. Just have access to her for that short time in chapter 3, which I am not looking forward to grinding through. I probably won't grind Monica's armband up as much as the other weapons, just because of that. Like, that's going to be painful. Like, I should probably at least attempt to dodge that, but like, that's so much effort. Let's see, attack starts going up slower now. What I thought. But it'll max out soon enough. Okay. I should also make an effort to max out Monica's sword. Even if I don't max out her armband, I should XP wise max out her sword at least. Okay, let's leave the dungeon, save, and quit. That'll be good for today. Ugh. Okay. Here we go. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. There should be a stream this Sunday, weather permitting. And then I'll continue this on Monday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.